It's going to be a revolution fight between the company. It's going to be a war. We are dead, you know. We are suffer, man. We can't take it no longer, man.
If you drive across Jamaica today, you will see something that didn't exist 20 years ago. Massive, gleaming highways cutting through the mountains, huge industrial parks, and cranes over every major port. But look closer at the signs and you will see the Mandarin characters next to the English ones. Some call it development, others call it a silent invasion. Is Jamaica truly building its future, or is the island being sold piece by piece to the new master 8,000 miles away? For decades, Jamaica's big brother were the US, the UK, and Canada. But lately, those old ties are being replaced by a new massive bank account. From the South Coast Highway to the Alpart backside plant, Chinese money is everywhere. But here's the thing, China isn't just giving the money away. In the streets of Kingston and the rum bars of Clarendon, a heated debate is raging. Are we seeing a new colonization? Is the Jamaican government trading national sovereignty for smooth asphalts? Today we are following the money to see who really owns the rock. To understand what's happening now, we have to look back. The Chinese presence in Jamaica isn't actually new. The first Chinese arrived in 1954 as indentured laborers, replacing enslaved Africans on the plantations, but they didn't stay in the fields for long. They moved into retail, opening Chinese shops in almost every village.
The grocery industry was dominated by the Chinese.
They were the length and breadth of Jamaica, and some in pretty remote areas.
People call them Chinaman shop because it's a Chinese in there.
They became the backbone of Jamaica's grocery and bakery trade. Names like Island Grill, Juicy Beef, and Tasties all have roots in that early Chinese Jamaican community. But that was organic migration. What we are seeing today is different. This is state-led. This is the Belt and Road Initiative, China's global plan to become the world's leading superpower by building infrastructure in developing nations.
China's signature project, the Belt and Road Initiative, reaches a new milestone. During the first 6 months of 2025, BRI activity hit a record high with construction contracts and investments totaling $124 billion, with some 176 deals.
And Jamaica is their gateway to the Caribbean. Let's start numbers. Since 2010, China has pumped over $8 billion into Jamaica. Think about the north to south highway, the road that cut the drive from Kingston to Ocho Rios in half. It cost $735 million. Jamaica didn't have the cash, so they did a deal with China Harbour Engineering Company. Here's the catch. CHEC built the road, but they own it for 50 years. They collect the tolls. They own the land around the highway for development. In many ways, that strip of asphalt is Chinese territory in the heart of Jamaica. And it's not just roads. Look at the backside industry. When the Russians left Alpart in St. Elizabeth, the Chinese company JISCO, JISCO, stepped in. But with that investment came controversy. Locals in Nain and Warminster have complained about respiratory issues and red mud polluting their water.
The dust nuisance affecting several communities in and around the JISCO Alpart plant in St. Elizabeth.
Dry weather conditions coupled with strong winds have resulted in several communities being blanketed by dust from the JISCO Alpart mud lake. Residents have been recording their experience, describing the conditions Thursday as the worst in recent times.
Not even Alpart you can see, like seriously. A counter we work with this and we food. Thank you. People. Right. Tell we if them are sitting here right.
It's going to be a revolution fight between the company. It's going to be a war. We are dead, you know. We are suffer, man. We can't take it no longer, man. See them find man out there in a mud lake dead. And they say them are going to sue them for it. They're supposed to secure them place that nobody don't come over there. And then place let go and then find a man over there. Them are going to sue them. Tell the Chinese man and tell the Prime Minister, say if he come. We want the Prime Minister to come help him, man.
We need the government of Jamaica to intervene for the people in Myasville and Warminster and around the community. As far as Santa Cruz,
Respiratory problems are common in the area, and as the medical bills climb, some people have been clamoring for compensation.
NEPA has issued over 16 enforcement orders against JISCO. This is where the colonization talk get real. If a foreign company can ignore local environmental laws because the government is too scared to lose the investment, who is really in charge? Now go to any of these construction sites. What do you see? Often it's not Jamaican workers in the hard hats, it's Chinese crews. The argument from the government is that the Chinese work faster or they have the technical skills. But for a country with high unemployment, seeing hundreds of foreign workers shipped in the build of our roads feel like a slap in the face. And then there's the debt trap theory. Critics point to Sri Lanka, where the government couldn't pay back a Chinese loan and had to hand over a strategic port for 99 years. People ask, is the Goat Island or the Kingston Wharves next? Alright, but wait, let's look at the flip side. Is it colonization or is it just smart business? Jamaican Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark recently pointed out that the debt to China actually makes up less than 4% of Jamaica's total debt. Most of our debts is still to the Western institution or private bondholders. And let's be honest, before the Chinese came, our roads were crumbling. The West wasn't offering billions in low interest loans to build highways. They were busy telling us to austerity our way out of poverty. China showed up with the checkbook and the bulldozers when nobody else would. Furthermore, the Chinese are now moving into the cool sectors. Have you noticed the cars on the road lately? BYD, GWM, Juta, Chinese EVs and SUVs are taking over the Jamaican market, competing directly with Toyota and Suzuki. This isn't just building roads, this is a total economic integration. So if it's not a debt trap, what is the real danger? The real danger isn't that China is taking over, it's that we are losing our leverage. When one country builds our roads, run our mines and provides their technology, you can't say no to them on the world stage. Whether it's voting at the UN or deciding who builds our 5G network, Jamaica is increasingly finding itself in a position where it cannot afford to upset Beijing. That isn't colonization by force, it's colonization by convenience. The roads are smooth, the buildings are rising, and the investments keep coming. But every loan has a price, and every gift comes with a string attached. Mother always tell me when I look and say nothing free no good. Jamaica has survived the Spanish rule, it survived British slavery and colonialism. Now, as we navigate this new strategic partnership, we have to ask ourselves, are we finally the masters of our own destiny, or are we just changing managers? We want to hear from you. Look at the projects in your parish. Are they bringing real jobs to your community, or are you just seeing men in hard hats from overseas? Is China really colonizing Jamaica, or is this just the only way for a small island to survive in a modern world? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. If you want more deep dives into the culture, politics, current affairs, always tune into YAAD VIBEZ. I am your host, Germs. And walk straight, live good, peace.